everyone.
Hi.
We are the Sun City Stitchers. I'm Carlene.
And I'm Marlene. And this is Floss Tube episode number 44.
We are twin sisters, and our Floss Tube channel is all about cross stitch. And we normally come to you on Fridays, but last week we were at a spring stitching retreat, and we'll tell you more about that a little bit later. And this coming Friday, Marlene and I are going to be busy watching March Madness and cross-stitching like crazy. So we thought we'd do this a little bit early. Plus, we have a couple of events coming up we wanted to just share with you. And so we are going to go over some fully finishes, some whips, a little bit of new haul, talk a little bit about some
stitching plans and stitching events that we have coming up,
and then talk a little bit about some fabric and floss choices.
Yes.
So
I will give you a little recap of our stitching retreat weekend too.
Yes.
So lots.
Yes, we have lots. So let's start with any fully finishes. So Marlene, what do you have for fully finishes?
Okay, well I have this one. This was the January undercover cloche. This was a Faithwurks design. It's a little 3-part piece. And it goes
the hearts, and then the ABC 1, 2, 3. Hold it up a little bit there. And then it just ties.
And then it has
so each little piece was finished on a separate piece of mat board. And then the ribbon just was sandwiched in between so that it would tie, so that when you display it, you have the little bow. It was, I don't remember what it was stitched on. It was a 28 count, I believe. Wool. Maybe a lamb's wool. And it is done with just the 2 colors of floss, the black and the cream. They were anchor flosses. So it was a simple design.
Yes,
show them the one again with the specialties, little specialty stitches. That is just really pretty. Hold it up a little closer. Yes, it was like a little mini sampler. It's really pretty. Very nice,
very
Marlene.
Petite
very pretty. Yes, very delicate.
And of course, my finisher did a fabulous job of finishing it.
Of course she did. I had one fully finished.
Oh, that turned out really pretty.
Yes, I had actually finished stitching this last summer. And I happened to have this frame, and even though this piece seemed like it was kind of square, I liked the way it looked in the oval.
It looks really pretty.
And so I framed this one. I did frame this one myself. And I just put some green scrapbooking paper on the back.
It looks pretty.
So it turned out really nice. I'm going to add a little picture hanger on the back so that I can hang it. But I'm going to get it up for St. Patrick's Day coming up on Friday.
That's really pretty.
It turned out nice. I'm going to just set it in back of us.
Really nice.
And then you had another finish also, fully finished, right, Marlene?
I had my A Little Love by Lazy Kate.
That one turned out so pretty.
Yes, it did. And I don't know what fabric it is. It was just from my stash.
Well, no, actually it was in the kit.
Oh, yeah, it was in the kit, but I couldn't find what kind it was.
No, there was nowhere that said.
And then it had crescent colors and sampler threads and Weeks dye works that you're supposed to use with it. But I didn't have them, so I converted them to the DMC and then to the anchor. So I used mostly anchor colors on that.
For this purple,
except
right?
for the purple. That was a sampler thread, I believe.
And then Marlene chose the colors for the pillow. And since this was the only purple, she wanted to bring that out a little bit more. So she chose the purple fabric here. And I used the same fabric on the back. This is filled with a combination of fiber fill and the crushed walnut or pecan shells. And then I had a little charm in my stash, and so I just added that on top here with the button. So it turned out really pretty,
with the
Marlene.
You added it with the bow.
Yeah, this little thing up here with the bow. Right, the bow.
Yes, I love it. I think it turned out
really pretty. So those were our fully finishes for this week. Then I wanted to share with you, I've seen a number of people who have gone and they have gotten like little jewelry boxes from the dollar spot at Target, or to use like as their little travel case. And this is a little bit bigger than that, but this was actually the jewelry box that belonged to my mother when she was a young girl. And
High school, I think.
she had passed it down to Marlene and I, and we kept our jewelry in it. And for whatever reason, even though I've gotten other jewelry boxes, you can see it's kind of stained here and everything. Over the years, I had hung on to this one. And so when I saw everybody with their little petite jewelry boxes, I decided I was going to use mine. And so I went and dug in my closet, and sure enough, I still had it. And so I got all my stuff transferred over. So yes, if you want to just hold it like that, Marlene, I'll just show. Because there are some little metal screws here on the side, my little needle minders stick on the side, so I use the sides here as the storage. And then I have some needle cases in here, some little clips that I use when I do finishing. And then a needle threader and a little thread ender. And then I have my scissors, my little needle book with my needle, my place markers, my marking pins, this little marker to find my spot when I'm starting a new project, a little notebook, and a tape measure, another little ruler. So, and I have a little tiny just spiral notebook here. So I just kind of put those things in so that I had all of my tools, and it was my mother's. So I love it. It's not quite the same as what people were using, but it is a little vintage jewelry box, and it's small. It fits in my bag really nice. And
Yeah, you took it this weekend to the retreat.
Yes, and you know,
and it worked so nice.
It did.
Yeah, it
and
was
you know what
really
I'm finding
nice.
is I really like it because it's not as apt to be knocked over by the cats or sat on, because my cats get up and stitch with me, and then I'm constantly digging for my scissors, looking for my needle threader, and it's right there in that box, and they're not as apt to sit on it or knock it over or whatever.
Yeah,
so
that's really cute.
I just wanted to share that, so maybe you have something, or you know, if you have little antique shops or flea markets that you like to go to, something to keep in mind, because it's just a simple little box, but it works perfectly to store all
really
those little gadgets.
I want to look to see if I can find one.
Yes, we think that Mother has some more that are at her house. And we're gonna look to see if we can get one for Marlene. We're gonna be going there in April, and if not, then we'll be hitting the flea markets to see what we can find for Marlene to have.
Well, that'll be fun.
Because now she wants one.
Yes.
So we had that. Then we're gonna go ahead and show a couple of things from our getaway weekend. Nancy Wahler of Faithwurks hosts a spring getaway weekend, and this year she did it here in El Paso at the Radisson. It was very nice.
It
started
really nice.
Friday afternoon and then ran Saturday and Sunday. And so to start with, we got a couple of little gifts from table mates. So let's show that.
I still have mine on my thing.
Oh, okay, good. So show that.
This one we got from Molly.
Of linens and scraps.
Linen and scraps.
So if you follow her, this was from her, and she actually made one for everybody that was there.
Yes.
And Marlene and I both picked out one, really pretty one. She had some beads on them, but I picked out one with a bee, and Marlene did too.
And I'm gonna put it
I
on
already
the
have
bag.
mine on my project bag that holds my Long Dog Sampler quilted bees.
Yeah, I'm gonna put mine on there
So
too.
this was from Molly from Linens and Scraps. And then we also sat at the table with Michelle from Lone Star Stitchers, and she made these adorable little pin cushions. She said these were the wool balls from a garland, like an Easter garland at Hobby Lobby, and she just cut the little balls off, and then they fit in these little egg cups, and she tied a little pretty bow around them. So a really cute little pin cushion.
Just adorable.
Yes.
Really cute.
Really darling. So we got that from her. And then also this handy little gadget that is a magnet.
So
And
if you lose your needle or something down your couch, you can just use this.
She's kind of wild with that.
And I had to use it. What was it I had to use?
You lost your scissors way down in your bag, and so you used it, and she just swished it around in the bag, and all of a sudden because it's strong.
Yeah, my
it's
scissors fell down in my bag, in my big bag, and so
it's a really nice size. See how small it goes? So I mean, it fit right into my little box and everything. So we got very nice gifts.
Yes, that was very nice.
And then
I was so surprised.
We got a beautiful project from Nancy.
I took mine out.
I am going to add a little video here, and it may be right at the beginning, and you'll see pictures, kind of highlights of our weekend. But this was the project that Nancy designed. I'm going to just let you hold yours up. Called Springtime Quaker.
Should I go get the vintage clock so they can see?
You know what? That would be great.
Okay, I'll go get it.
And so we each got, of course, all of the things that we need for the stitching. The fabric, which is a 32 count linen, and then the floss colors, which are all anchor, and then we all got the clock. But the clock is from Hobby Lobby, and Marlene's going to get it. I'm going to show you what I've stitched so far on mine. So this is my progress. It is very fun. It's an easy stitch, very, very fun. And then this is the clock that we got. Nancy spray painted hers black, but a bunch of people really loved just the vintage look of the clock. And they were talking about maybe leaving it the green color. So I think I want mine black, but I do love this color too. So we'll just have to see, but it was beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful design.
It was very pretty.
And then she also had, and Marlene, can you grab that too? Because I wanted to show them or maybe you brought your hedgy?
Yes, I have my hedgy.
Okay.
Can you show them what I have done on mine?
Here is Marlene's progress. Just set it there.
Yeah, I'm just going to set it here on the camera.
This is Marlene's progress. Let's see.
The little rabbit goes at the top.
Like this. This is Marlene's progress on hers. So it was a very
really
sweet design.
Yes,
just
it was.
really cute.
It was really
the
good.
colors are just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful colors.
I know a hedgy. Here's my hedgy.
And then Nancy also had one other new release design. So yeah, I think just that, Marlene.
Just this.
Yeah, just the picture of it. So this was the design.
It was hoppy hedgy.
Hoppy hedgy. And so she had this all kitted up with the finishing and everything as well. So if you will remember, in the fall ornaments magazine from Just Cross Stitch, Hedgy was pulling a little wagon with
Candy
a big
corns.
candy corn in it.
Yes.
Candy corns in it. Then at Christmas, Hedgy was decorating the tree. And now for spring, Hedgy is pulling a pretty little Easter basket or spring basket with a little chick on it. She used some little buttons.
And he's wearing Easter ear.
He has bunny ears and a little cotton tail. So very cute. It's a very sweet design. We painted our easels. We painted ours a shade of pink. So this is your pattern before I take it. And then what we're going to do is, like I said, insert some just a little video, and you'll be able to see the the trunk shows that were there, because she had an Erica Michaels trunk show, as well as well, new for us, Luhu Stitches. Luhu Stitches. So Marlene and I picked up a couple of patterns from there. So Marlene, do you want to show yours?
Yes.
I didn't take my
Mine
phone
is
today.
spring chickens.
This was the Luhu.
Yes, this is the Luhu Stitches. I thought it was
She had
just
some really cute ones. And I got
Chickens are really popular this year.
Singing in the Rain.
That's
And
really pretty.
this it doesn't show up really good on this photo, but these are little ladybugs climbing up the stems. So this was very sweet. She also had, as part of the trunk show, a very adorable little sheep called Fluffed.
Fluffed.
And
That was very
also a set of designs that were seasonal. One for each season. And then she had little matching smalls that went with each season. So that was very cute. And then she had the Erica Michaels and the new designs from from Nashville Market were included as part of the trunk show. And you know what I forgot, Marlene? I forgot to bring the classic colors, because the classic colors, she also had the different fibers there, classic colors, Weeks Dye Works in, and the sampler threads.
Sampler threads,
If
yes.
Jen Large sampler
I kept wanting to
threads.
say classic colors again.
And the new colors, the 4 new colors from Classic Colors were there, and I picked up a set, and I meant to bring them so I could show them, but I forgot. So anyway, this was the one that I got from Erica Michaels, the heirloom tomato. There were so many beautiful designs. I knew I wanted to get a new one, but this was the one I just kept coming back to over and over again. So I got this one.
And I
love
got
it.
this one, The Beach is Calling.
Oh, I love that one too.
Yes, and I love that it's like a crossword puzzle.
And you know, I like the little drum, and that she takes the small pieces. The drum is the little village, the beach seaside village, and then the drum is the sandcastle. So that's really really cute, because you get those couple of different things.
The berry.
The berry
is the
sandcastle, and the drum is the
little
village.
Beachside village, yeah.
And then Marlene and I both picked up the part 1 of the series that she's doing. I don't need to take mine out. The Stitching A, B, C's. And it is really gorgeous. In the little video that we're going to put up, it shows a close-up of this whole piece, and it is just stunning. It is so pretty and so beautifully stitched. I'm really excited to do this. So this may go on as next year, because then we'll have all 5 parts, and then we can plan to stitch it. And so those were, just to talk a little bit more about our getaway weekend. Friday night, all of our stuff was there so we could start our project. We had stitching time then on Saturday, and just time to visit, time to shop, because all of the trunk shows were set up.
And fabric, she had a lot
of fabric, so we could pick and choose what we wanted for fabric. And then lunch, oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that. Lunch was provided, so we had a delicious lunch. It was a corn chowder in a little bread bowl and salad. It was just really very, very good, very good food. And then Saturday afternoon, we did a little kind of faux happy hour. We brought some snacks, we had some beverages. And so we did that, and then group dinners if you wanted to. That was a pay on your own and dinner, but they were nearby places that we went. Marlene and I had to go home and feed the cat one night, and one night there's a little Mexican restaurant that we love, that because it's on the other side of town we don't go often, so we went ahead and went there on Saturday night. But most of the ladies go together as a group and have a dinner together. And then Sunday morning, it was kind of just finish up, get any last minute things you hadn't gotten yet. And Marlene and I helped kind of pack things up and get things packed away. So it was very fun, very exciting.
And
I do
and
know
the Radisson Hotel is just
it's so
nice.
gorgeous. It's just very
It's
nice.
so nice. It's
Um,
just so you just feel so
Relaxing.
relaxed there.
Yeah. So
It's
really,
nice.
it truly is a getaway
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, it is.
And then I do know that Nancy is already planning her fall camp in the mountains for this October. It will be towards the end of October. I do not believe it's going to be over Halloween. I believe it's but it's always the end of October. And so if you need information about that, I always put her information in the description. And so be sure you check that out. But she does a lovely, lovely job planning and having supplies. And
It's
so
always really fun.
start thinking ahead so that you can plan to join us in the mountains in October for her fall Camp Stitchmore. So then, I think we have a couple of other things. Happy Mail.
Yes.
What Happy Mail did we get?
You have something for me, right?
Oh, I said it here.
Oh, okay.
I set it up for you. We ordered these from Paisley's and Polka Dots.
Yay.
Yes, and they come unfinished and super, super fast. I ordered it last Sunday and I got it on Wednesday. Really, really fast. We are going to use these for the Heart in Hand Tiny Town designs. It was pictured, finished on this. So what Marlene and I want to do is use the magnets so that we can change it in and out. The picture showed it painted white, which I really like, and I think I'm going to spray paint yours and mine white. And you're supposed to put it, if you're spray painting, you put it together first and then spray paint it.
Oh, okay.
If you're going to paint it by hand, you paint all the individual pieces and then put it together. So I don't know, I have to make up my mind, but that came in the Happy Mail. And then, Marlene, what did you get in the Happy Mail?
We got things from 123 Stitch, some thread for our Elizabeth Garrod that we're going to be talking about later, and some fabric. This is earthen. We're going to be doing a little floss debut and thread. So these were some greens that we got. Oh, and I forgot to pull the DMC color.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't think I have 862 in my drawers. I would have to go
So
digging in my
we're
projects.
going to be trying to decide on a fabric. So we have
Yes.
some choices we'll talk about later. And then the last thing I got in the mail, I already had the Shepherd's Bush Queen Bee stitching bag. I already had the pattern, but I didn't have any of the supplies. And so it came, my bag and my floss, 2 over-dyed Weeks Dye Works number 5 Pro Cottons, and then just DMC Pro Cottons, 5 different colors.
Wow.
5 different colors.
Oh, that's really going to be
Yes.
pretty.
So I am going to be stitching Queen Bee. It is one of my projects on my March Madness bracket. So we'll see if I get to start it or not.
Ooh, so excited.
I know. So that was Happy Mail and New Haul. And so moving right along then, I think we are ready to talk about our stitch along that is going to be starting on Friday. Marlene and I have created, and I'm going to grab my stuff. Excuse me just a minute here. Marlene and I have created an event on Facebook. So if any of you are stitching Elizabeth Garrod, this was a Hands Across the Sea design, and we are starting it on St. Patrick's Day because we are going to be stitching it in green. Of course, you can stitch it in any color you want. We have other members in our group that are doing other colors. And so what we're going to do right now is kind of debut some colors. We have this Atomic Ranch Freeze, which is very pretty. And we have
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty.
I had this last time, I remember. The Ann Nivens, which I think is a really kind of a buttery yellow, and I think with the greens it would be very springy. We have that. These are all 40 count. We have this one that is Vintage Country Mocha, 40 count. And we have Antique White that is a 40 count linen. And then we have the new one that we just got that's 36 count. And this is actually, picture this, plus, earthen. It's a little more brown than what we thought it was going to be in the picture. Marlene thinks it looks pink, so she's got a better eye for color than I do. So we have a wide variety of colors here. And so I'm going to kind of hold them up, and Marlene is going to lay green flosses on them so that we can decide which colors we might want. So let's start with this.
I already know I don't want that one.
Okay, Marlene says she knows she doesn't want this one, and I think this is just a little darker than what I want for Elizabeth Garrod.
I mean, the greens look really pretty on it, but it's not the look that I want.
No, it's not. So, okay, that one will be saved for something else. Okay, then let's try the Vintage Country Mocha. I kind of think I'm going to feel the same way.
Yeah, it's too dark. I want something lighter. The greens, I mean, again, the greens look really pretty on there, but I just want something lighter.
Okay, so then now let's take a look. We have this really buttery yellow.
It's darker than it appears on the camera too.
It is a little darker than it is on the camera.
Yeah. I mean, that looks really pretty, but I'm not really liking that still.
I kind of do like that. This is going to be a possibility for me. Then there's the Freeze. I like this because it has a little bit of a tinge of some blues and pinks and browns, or kind of bluish greenish colors, right? So how does it look with those colors?
That's pretty.
That is pretty.
I'm leaning towards this one.
Or we have the Antique White, and
But
this...
that might be a little too white.
Yeah, but I kind of like the starkness of it.
Yeah.
Would really stand out, but I think I'm going to use the Ann Nivens. I want to use this I don't have anything in mind for it. I want to use it, and I think...
Which green would you like?
What do you think? I brought a couple of over dyes too, but I don't think I want that. I had
This
a green.
one's really pretty.
I like this one on there too. That's what I was thinking. So this is a 103. So this is going to be mine for my Elizabeth
And I
Garrod.
think I'm going to go with the Freeze and this one.
Oh, and an NPI silk.
Yeah.
So Marlene is going to do this. And hers is a needlepoint silk, an NPI. Oh, that will be very pretty, Marlene. And then you'll have to open it up and show me which part you want, because you won't need all of that. And that way I can cut where you want from.
What's this one?
This is well, however you say, d'Azur. I don't know how you say it.
I remember I heard somebody say it, and I was like, oh, that's how you say it. And I said it, and now I can't remember how I said it.
Okay.
That would be pretty, too.
Well, you can make some choices.
I think I want this one, though, because this is a little bit brighter than that. I think I want this one.
I like this one better than that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, the other event that we have going on that is a Facebook event is Stitching March Madness. Marlene and I also created a Facebook group that's just Sun City Stitchers. So please, there are three questions for you to answer, and group rules to just click the box agree, so that I can approve you. And but please ask to join that group. Within that group, we have an event going on for Stitching March Madness. We've talked about that already, but that is going to be starting on Thursday. You have plenty of time if you're still planning. We have a video in the group,
Yes.
in the Sun City Stitchers Facebook group, that gives you options and ideas if you don't want to have 64 projects like Marlene and I do. So check that out. Let us know if you need an invite. Just send us a message, and we will be happy to get you added to any or all of those groups so that you can join in on all of the fun and craziness.
Yes.
Next, let's talk about the whips we've worked on. You've already seen our progress on our weekend spring getaway project. So now we're ready to go on to just what we stitched this week.
Yes.
So I worked on my London Elegance,
So pretty.
and I got,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
almost done with the sky. I've just a little bit left on the sky, and
Oh, that
I
looks
got
pretty.
her all finished to the last part where we just have to do her legs
Her feet.
and her feet. Yes.
That's pretty. Yes, I'm coming along pretty good on mine too.
So I have
Not quite as far as you, but
that was one of mine. What did you work on?
I worked on the Stitching Seasons
Oh, I
Spring
did too.
by
I'll
the-
show mine at the same time.
by
Stitching with the Housewives.
Yeah, Stitching with the Housewives. This is the club. And this is what I have done. And that one. This is so fun.
You have a lot done.
Can't
So
see where I'm
pretty.
holding it.
Yeah, you're good. It's perfect.
So
I'm working on that one also.
it's
I
really
don't have
fun.
as much done as Marlene, but I've
You
got,
have- oh, you have
the
a start
flower
on
house
both
done.
of the houses.
yeah, just a tiny start because I had thread left in my needle, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just kept stitching till I used up that strand. And then I worked again on my full coverage Hidden Treasure bookshelf. It's the Heaven and Earth design that looks like this. I'm stitching it on 25 count over 1.
You're coming so good on it.
And this week when I stitch, I'll finish this column, and then I will get a couple done up here on this column.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Coming along
it's
really
looking
well.
really pretty.
It is.
So that's that one. I worked on that.
Okay, and then I worked on this one. The rest of the week, well, except for my Celtic dancer, I worked on most of the week. I spent working on borders, so I would be ready for March Madness. So I'm still finishing up
So
this
you did
last
this
border,
border and this border,
I'm
and you're
finishing that
just
one. Yeah, I
finishing
just have
this
two
one.
sides left to finish on that.
Wow. So that would
And
be
then-
nice, because if this
Yeah.
if this project advances, you'll get to stitch on the boxes and have a
Yeah.
start on them.
Yeah, and then
Very nice.
The
This is the. Did you
yes.
say Fall on the
Fall
Farm?
on the Farm by Little House
Yes.
Needleworks.
Little House Needleworks.
And it's with the called for fabric and threads.
And then I worked on my Long Dog Sampler. This is the one that I'm doing as a DMC challenge.
Oh, yes.
And this week I had to put in a neon yellow. So I put these two little butterflies in up here by the squirrel. And I did
Oh,
the
sorry.
little
Keep yelling.
hummingbirds right here.
Oh my, those were neon yellow, weren't they?
Yes, very neon yellow. So I did that.
Cute. It's looking
Okay,
good.
what else did you do?
Well, I did some more borders on Home Sweet Home. This was the Faithwurks design in the Just Cross Stitch magazine in 2022.
2022.
So I had to do
So
three
you've got
more.
3 borders
Yes.
put in.
And then I
Very
have this
good.
one to work on. So I worked on that.
And then why don't you show that one?
And then
This
I
is-
worked on the border for Nostalgia. This is a Rosewood Manor. And I'm doing this on 28 count over 1 with 1 strand of floss, just anchor flosses.
So are you just putting two more
Yes,
borders?
because I have this one.
You have a lot left on this, well,
Yeah,
a
on
lot left on this
that
one.
one
This
and
one
that
is
one.
going pretty fast.
And then those
Yeah.
two.
Oh, that's good then.
So, see, I have a start on all three of them out of the 4.
Yes, that's good.
So.
I have to put borders on for that. For that one. The rest, I already had my borders done for Home Sweet Home. So. And then we both also worked on our
Yes.
Celtic dancers. That's that design. Very pretty.
It is really pretty.
I don't have very much done. I'm trying to work up so I can do her head and hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
I think Marlene has more done than I do.
I have to remember how it goes. This way, I think. Yeah, this one. So,
Yeah, you do have more done. Oh, is her hand all put in?
yes, her hand is all put in on the one side.
Yeah, here.
And then
Oh,
I'm
I just
working up. I'm gonna
love
work up
those
and fill in
greens.
this part and her face next.
I just
and
love,
then I'll come back down
love
and
those
finish.
greens.
I know I do too.
Very pretty.
I do too. It's very pretty.
So we will continue to work on her.
Yes.
All right. And so then we are going to just kind of give a heads up. We're starting to plan for May, and Marlene and I would like to do a stitch along. And we want to do with the 2 releases from Nashville Market that were the collaboration between Plum Street Samplers and Heartstring Samplery.
Yes.
So Plum Street Samplers had the float like a butterfly. The design is just beautiful. And so we are going to do stitch along that's float or sting or both. I want to do both. The sting was the one that was done by Heartstring Samplery.
Sting like
and
a
it's the bees. Sting like a bee, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. So they're both beautiful designs. We would love to have you join us. We're going to plan to start the stitch along in May. Hopefully May 1st, but we will have more details to come as time goes on, but you may want to take a look at supplies and things that you need so that you can join us for that. And then,
That's my time.
what's that?
That's my time.
Okay, so then, the last thing is just our Stitching March Madness. Marlene and I have selected our projects. So we're hoping our number ones, we have 4 number 1 projects. Mine are, let me make sure it's not upside down. Our Heart Remembers, Poison Garden, the Fox and Rabbit, and I believe it's Spring. That's my number 1. Because I have it in 4 different
Yeah.
places, but I think Spring is the number 1. And and Celtic Dancer.
Oh, Celtic Dancer.
Celtic Dancer is my number 1. Is one of my number 1s. And that's one of your number 1s
Yes,
as well,
Celtic
right?
Dancer is one of my number 1s, as well as Poison
Poison
Garden.
Garden.
And, oh, I didn't have this open.
Okay, so let me show this one.
And
this
Quilting
one?
Bees.
Quilted Bees
Quilted
by
Bees.
Long Dog Samplers.
Usually it just falls open to the page, and now do you suppose it is?
There it is.
And A Sister's,
Sister's
Love. That's a
Love.
Blackbird adaptation of a
Reproduction.
Reproduction
Well,
sampler.
it's a sampler and it's an adaptation,
Yes,
not necessarily a reproduction.
right.
Okay.
Anyway, and then we each picked a Cinderella.
Yes, because usually in the basketball tournament, there's an upset.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of our stitching projects that is like a lower seed, but we're hoping it's going to be an upset and we're going to
Mm-hmm.
get to do a lot of stitches on it. Mine is Bluebirds of Happiness by JBW Designs.
And mine is Spring Has Sprung by Plum Street. Samples.
So those are our Cinderellas.
Yes.
Next week when we do our floss tube, we'll let you know
Yes. Well,
which projects we're getting to get lots of stitches on and which ones we're sad because they got booted out. So once the tournament actually starts, our projects will either advance or be eliminated. And so we will keep you posted on that. Marlene has to go do her next tutoring group.
And if you're not interested in stitching along with us for March Madness, but you just want to watch all the action, go ahead and join our March Madness Stitchy group. And
we'd love to have you.
Yeah, you can watch and cheer us on.
We need cheerleaders too.
Yes,
we need
that's
cheerleaders
right.
too. So we hope that you all are having a fabulous week. Have a very happy St. Patrick's Day. I know Marlene and I are both have our meals planned for St. Patrick's Day. Have a wonderful week. Remember that a day without laughter is like a day without sunshine.
So wherever you are, bring your own sunshine
And keep on stitching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.